All right, ladies and gentlemen, today working on man, this thing's rusted bad. I don't know what kind of hammer it is. Looks like it's probably a type of mason hammer, chipping hammer. It's got a little longer neck on one side's a little thicker. I want to take the head off and try to save the handle because I like the octagon handle. And what I want to do is try to get the steel wedge out of it. So let's do that. Let's see here. Grab a hammer here. Sorry, I'm getting a little behind. I don't know. Oh, it moved. I saw it move. There it goes. Look at there. Look. Oh, it's a wood. Okay. That's why what I like about people who don't put glue on their hammer. It makes it easier to fix them. And back in the day on a job site, we wouldn't glue the shims in on a hammer because you may have to fix your hammer on the fly. I think it's going to tap out. Hang on a second. Let me open this up a little bit. Oh yeah, it's going to tap out. Let me get a bigger chisel, something I can beat, push that out. All right, what I'm going to do, that handle, I think it's got some mud on it, dirt. I'm just going to use a razor blade, kind of scrape all the heavy stuff off. Probably hand sand this. Reminds me of handles that were made in the 60s and 70s. It's kind of got octagon shape. So clean it up and see what it looks like. But I'm going to use a razor blade first. And then I'll come back and show it to you, and then we'll use a little sandpaper. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's still pitted pretty bad. Man, it's rusty. Holy smokes. Still gonna have to put it on the grinder, I guess. Yeah, metal's really rough on this. I'm getting down to some bare metal there. Somebody must have left this in a bucket of water. I just can't. I don't know how people, I guess they don't take care of their anything for that matter, their car, their house, their tools. I just don't understand how much you can have money invested in something and then just let it. I guess accidents or kid gets hold of it and drops it. I know when I was young, we'd leave a tool lying around, we would get in trouble. It's a lot different back then than it is now because people would, tools was a way of life for just about everybody. What's funny is right now you still can't, if you need a new roof on your house, there's not a computer that's going to do it for you. Still have to have physical labor and tools to do it. Same way with building furniture. You want a really nice piece of furniture, you build it. A lot better than that IKEA stuff. I put a cabinet together this last week and oh my goodness. I've built cabinets and I've built my own desk. I've built furniture before. And it's a lot better quality than what they got out now. Holy smokes. Well, there's some metal shining through. I think I'm just going to let this set longer. Look at that. There is some metal under there. Just hard to get to. All right. I'll just set that in there and come back tomorrow after 8 and see what it's like in the morning. I know this Rust-Oleum product has lost some of its strength, but still. All right, let's pick this up again tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I scraped it with a knife and got the debris. I don't think this is original. Factory doesn't cut it that thin like that. I've never seen one that shallow. Somebody, I think, changed the head out on that, or changed the handle out on that hammer. It's a really nice handle. So, I don't know what kind of hammer that is. Really don't care. It's a good hammer. It'll become something usable anyways. For me, I may only use it once in my lifetime or twice, but I'll have it if I need it. I have laid brick before. I think that's what that is, the mason hammer. I really haven't looked much. I need to take it to a friend of mine who's a mason and have him look at it. But anyways, I'll sand it down, and I think I'm gonna put a little, I may not even put any stain on it. It's got color to it. I think I'll just put some boiled linseed oil on it before I put the head back. I'm pretty sure I can save the head. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, been sitting in here overnight. Actually, more than overnight. Should be wearing gloves, I know. Someone's going to tell me, I'm sure. But I wanted to see what it looks like. So it did etch the metal. It's in there so long, it's etching. But this thing was so thick, rusty, I wasn't worried about it. It's not like this thing's a high dollar piece. And even if it was my tool, my rules. And look at that. I hope I can't see the camera, sorry. I hope I'm showing it. Still some deep, crusty. This is going to take a lot of grinding. All right, I'm going to set this in some water to soak. Look at that. It's got, what is that, like pitting? Like, it's almost like calcium deposits in water. That's what it looks like. It looks like calcium deposits in there. All right, I'll drop it in this bucket of water. I gotta see if I can camera. There's my bucket of water. just to neutralize the acid. This acid stays longer than that other stuff. I'm surprised. I've gotten a good longevity out of this. Anyways, I will come back after this sets for about 30 minutes and we'll do some grinding. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can see this. I took the hammerhead out of the water. It's still got some heavy crustaceans on it. I don't know what else to call it except that. I'm going to use a flap disc on it. I can't see the camera. I'm outside in sunlight, so anyways, it's a flap disc. It's wore out. It's probably a 60 grit. I'm not sure anymore. We'll see what happens. Oh man, I wish I could see the camera. I hope this is catching on camera, but look at the crusties on that side and then the top. I cleaned it up pretty good. There's still a little bit. Man, I'm taking a lot of metal off on this thing. It's pretty crusty. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up. I mean, if anything, it'll be a good pick hammer to maybe dig roots or something like that. It's I don't know, it's rusted really bad. Alright, now I ground it down pretty good. Yeah, the pitting is deep and down in here. Man, it's bad. And there's a spot here where it's really deep. I'm going to go ahead and just run it off this belt center. This belt here I think is a 80? Yeah, it's an 80, but it's worn pretty good. So I'm going to run over it and then, I don't know, maybe put it on the fiber wheel? Man, all right, let me turn this equipment on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I went ahead and polished it. I'm going to take the Dremel with a little grinding wheel and kind of clean up the rust on the inside. Try to anyways. Check that out. Look at all that nasty stuff. All right, guys. I got handle. I need to drive it home and then put the shim in it. Let's see if you guys can see. Should go on pretty good. Oh yeah. I like the way it's set. We're down. Oh yeah. Now, I'll clean this up. I gotta go check and see if I got a steel shim to put on it. Be right back. All right, now I'm gonna cut this. Let's try a little Property of Jim Buchanan. Recorded Monday, September 13th. Well, anyways, I thought I'd try this little saw just to see, since I've never used it. I like this saw. Let's see, maybe you guys can see it. Property of Jim Buchanan. It gives a serial number, recorded Monday, September 13th. Doesn't say what year, but it's an old saw. Supreme steel. Yeah, what, I'm getting off topic here. All right, I'll clean that up a little bit. And then I got to go get a shim. It's the only thing I don't have is a shim. And I'm not driving to town for one little old shim. So, get back on it tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm going to give this a coat of wax just to help protect it. Tomorrow I'll get a shim for this, but this is the wax I use. It's a cleaner wax. My wife's used it on outdoor stuff, the outdoor furniture. I've used it on windshields, so I figure it's good enough to protect cars and stuff, and I still use it on my cars. I polished this a little more than I wanted, that I kind of got carried away, and one of the reasons I did that is because I was practicing. I always play a little bit when I'm buffing, polishing things, just to perfect my skill, I guess, what little I have on that. But this thing's had a lot of rust pitting. It was bad. I mean, this thing was really, most people wouldn't have bought it. That's why the guy, where I bought it at the pawn shop, he said it had been sitting in there, he thinks a couple years. And it was rusted so bad, nobody saw a need for it or wanted it. Anyways, I got it. And I think, I don't know what kind of hammer it is, but it'll make a good, for me, tapping metal, bending some metal. It's almost like a body hammer is what it reminded me of. And then I got to looking at it a little closer, and it's more of a brick hammer or a mason's hammer. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I left scratches on it. I didn't leave it 100%. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's got a polish on it. I overdid it. And if you look real close, in some places you can see where the heavy scratches from the belt sander, they're still deep, they're in there. I probably could have got them out. I flattened one side. This thing is not, how do you say, I don't know. When I first got it, it was shaped. It's heavy on one side and it's longer. And then this is narrower or shorter depth-wise. I don't know. It's a weird hammer. Never seen one before. Have no idea. I don't think this is the original handle for this hammer. I'm pretty sure it's not. The octagon, it's probably a 60s or 70s style hammer handle. It's in really good shape though. Now that I cleaned it and oiled it, I've got, oh my God, I got a lot of linseed oil on this thing. I still need to re-linseed oil the top now, but first I want to put the metal shim in there. I need to buy one, and I'll show you that. But it's seat good. I trimmed it with a box knife down here and just cleaned up with the shavings that peeled back. And I don't know if you can see. Let's see. Right there, there was a pretty good little curl where it was really tight right there, but cleaned up good. And I didn't polish the underside. All I did under here was just the fiber wheel under there, and you can see the deep pitting. I can't see the camera, so I can't. And there's some there. It would have took so much metal. And then of course there's a pit right there. I don't know if that's pitting or cast marks. Hard to say. As rusted as this thing was, it was really bad. But hey, I bought 25 items for $26. So I got just a touch over $1 in this hammer. Now I've got a good usable hammer. Not sure what it's used for, but hey, my hammer. Same way like this Blue Point, you know. It was rusted pretty bad. I use it all the time now. But this has special uses. I can already see using this, because we used to use something similar to this in body. On your metal that was someone creased, where you had a crease down the fender or over the hood or something, you would take a body tool in the back and work it to get the crease back, the bend back the way you want. And I can put that up into a crease of a piece of metal and tap around it, which that would work good. I made it kind of flat on this side, and I didn't do an even job. But I really don't care. This is a used tool. It was junk. I didn't do the best job on it, but I just wanted a good used tool. Looked decent. I got it. I need to still buy the shim. I'm out of shims. I didn't want to drive town for a shim. Well, I'll end the video for now right there, and then tomorrow I'll show beating it in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I stopped on the way home from work and picked up a couple shims. Now I think that's the way I'm going to set it, like that. All right, let's, oh heck, I'll just move over here. I'll do it on top of this and my homemade anvil here. I want to set it slight angle. Get my hammer, other hammer. Really, that might be too big a one. Let's drive it in there anyways. Oh yeah. Sorry, moving you guys around. I wanted to get this done today because I got to work the rest of the week. All right. Present you a nice little, have no idea what kind of hammer it is. But I cleaned it up. It was rusted pretty bad. I'm happy with it. I mean, if you look at it real closely, the throw is shorter here and a little longer here. And I flattened the end here. I didn't do a very good job, actually, now that I see it even more and more. I should have straightened that up. And I left it the way it was on this end. I just cleaned it just a little bit. I'm thinking I'm going to use this for metals and things like that. It looks crooked. It is not crooked. That is the way the hammer, this part is designed, which, I don't know. It's weird. I have no idea. I'm going to look up tonight. I haven't had time to look it up, but the handle, it's got a real nice handle hexagon. I like it. It cleaned up really nice, and that linseed oil it made such a world of difference. And this has used a lot of linseed oil. Wherever this was sitting, it was sitting outside for a long period of time. No staining, no nothing. I didn't burnish it, didn't do nothing. I just soaked it with linseed oil, and it actually turned out really nice. I didn't polish under here. I just used the fiber wheel. I call it Scotch-Brite. And then the rest of it I did polish a little bit, maybe a little more than you probably should because it's a junk hammer. I got $1 or a little more over, like $1.05, $1.10 in this thing. It's cheap, it's junk. And now it's a good hammer. Don't know what it's used for, but I know what I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it when I got a toolbox I need to restore, so I'm going to use it to straighten up some of the metal. But it reminds me of some types of body hammer. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like my video. Subscribe. Tell me what you think. If you like it or don't. If you know what kind of hammer it is, let me know. Appreciate it. Because I don't. And yeah, cheap hammer. Like I said, you'd be surprised what you can find, if you look around, the way the cost of tools and stuff is getting right now. If you can find it, even if you just need to do a little light sanding on it, man, pick it up. The quality of tools, it's getting hard. So just if you find something, make friends with the guys at the pawn shop, your thrift store. Some of your thrift stores out there come across. I know there's one here in town, and he buys storage units, and he comes across tools all the time. Sometimes they're not good stuff, but I've bought some quality stuff from them for a very, very reasonable price. So that's what I try to get at. I try to let you guys know that there's good quality tools out there. It just needs a little love and a little taken care of, and they become good tools. All right, that's enough babbling. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good evening, and I'll try to publish this. I have no idea. I got to work so much next week. Anyways, y'all have a good day.